We're back. Thanks to Michelin, we're going to be taking more of your favorite celebrities out of their comfort zones and straight onto the racetrack in the second season of Speed Stars. Now, if this is the first time that you've heard of us or you're watching the show, let us show you what we got up to in season 1. Take 24 of SA's biggest stars and challenge them to set their fastest lap on the racetrack. And yes, you're guaranteed of lack of fun. That's what the first season of Speed Stars was all about.
On the base hard, on the base hard, on the base hard. Nice and wide. Let the car go, let the car go, let the car go.
Now, some drew on their inner strength.
Channeling my inner Lewis Hamilton right now.
Oh, geez, don't say Lewis Hamilton.
Others tried to emulate their favorite race aces.
Fun.
Turn in. Okay, there, when you brake.
While some were hoping for divine intervention. But it's not just about going fast. Teaching our stars and you, the viewer, to be safer and better drivers is a very key Speed Stars message. Now, as lovely as it is to have the wind blowing through your hair, seeing where you're going is way more important. That's John assuming the brace position. Yes, Boity, lots of reason to celebrate because you are alive.
That was fun. That was awesome. We're alive.
We seem to have a common theme here.
Can't drive and text.
Okay, wait, just wait.
Drive and text.
Well, not only did we expose them to tyre and car safety tips, but also showed them how deadly being distracted while driving is. To me, text in, tongue out.
I'm in a rock band, so I've never been good at getting directions. So I'm going to just hit every single cone on the way.
Oh wait, hold on. These ones are quite big. I've just remembered this. So maybe dodge him, otherwise we're going to have a collision.
Now, if there was a challenge that you wanted to lose, this was it. The message couldn't be more clear. Stay off your phone while driving.
That doesn't say what it's supposed to say at all. And the tweet didn't say. So I don't think this lap is going to count.
But when unleashed on the racetrack, our stars were 100% committed.
No problem, that's fine. Keep it going, go.
A little bit too much speed.
Pushing hard as they exploited the track limits, and very often their own.
Don't be scared to brake.
Lift off.
All in the quest to be SA's speediest star.
I'm gonna make that OPC my girl. Man, there was too much going on. I didn't release my clutch on time, and then, what happened was I put on brakes inside the turn. Somebody put an extra turn at the end. An extra bend.
You're right, you can power.
Dude.
Are you okay?
Ooh.
Do you need another pair of pants?
What are you wearing? What smells like that?
It's nothing.
Got you? Yeah, that's the brakes. Yo. Lift.
But no matter their claim to fame, our stars all shared something in common.
Oh my God!
Okay, back to turning too early.
An unbelievable appreciation of the French language.
Fun, man.
Here we go. We're in.
Oh my God, so tight.
That's how it is. Happy.
That's too tight.
Should be fine.
Nice. Ready to roll.
Okay.
Wait for me.
Thank goodness for those helmets then.
That's a good start.
If it wasn't for music, I'd be wearing one of these all the time. At McDonald's.
Come hot lap time and nervous energy makes you do amazing things. Some chewed and others joked.
Bloody delicious. Someone called Tuli Madicella because I broke the law.
Into the corner, don't let go of the accelerator.
While some had nothing to say.
Up, baby girl.
Not a word.
Yep.
For an entire lap.
And the brake. You only perform well if you feel hot.
But who would post the fastest time? But a squeal. Oh, running wide.
I've never been on a track before. I've never raced against any of these guys, so...
Okay, I want to put you out of your
wait,
misery.
wait,
You said a lap time of 1 minute, 24.6 1.
You seem surprised, eh? Well, I am. Did you see what I did on the... I went off-road.
Very good.
Yeah.
Surprised?
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised.
After 12 episodes and 24 stars, it was back to the track for our 3 fastest. What we thought we'd do is ask the experts who they think will win.
We had a discussion a little bit earlier on, and I seem to think Kaplan's going to have the edge over Forbes.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree with you there. I'm going to say Rob Forbes. On a one-off lap, I really think Rob's got the aggression that we needed.
Prediction.
It'll depend on the lap if the guys get it together. I'm going to probably go for the outside guy here, and I'm going to say Jonathan Kaplan. I hope you don't mind me saying this. He's the least car talented of the bunch, but he's the best listener.
A gymkhana, a hot lap, a kart race. That's all that stood between them and the title of SA's Speediest Star. Oh, and we have contact. Rob tosses it into the hairpin and Jonathan joins him, scoring a perfect 10 from our synchronized karting judges. But in the end, nobody could catch Jonathan Kaplan. You put it all together. How do you feel?
Pretty cool, man.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Into my little boogie.
Well, good thing it wasn't a dancing competition. As the winner of Speed Stars, Jonathan gets a 28,000 Rand Fortis timepiece from Heavy Metal Watches. And best of all, his charity, Animal Allies, receives a whopping 30,000 Rand from Michelin. Just incredible. But the biggest surprise of all, with Jonathan becoming a dad for the first time, it'll be Rob Forbes as runner-up, who'll be joining Michelin at Le Mans. But Speed Stars is about so much more than just your favorite celebrities and fast cars. There are also some really amazing prizes up for grabs. Take, for example, the 30,000 Rand that was donated to charity. There was also that awesome timepiece from Fortis. But I think the biggest incentive for our celebrities was that trip overseas with Michelin. We catch up now on some of the highlights with Rob Forbes when he went from Clermont to Le Mans.
On this program, join me, Rob Forbes, as I travel with Maurice Roberts to Clermont, France, the home of Michelin. In 2004, Michelin Adventure opened its doors, an ingenious plan to create a modern heritage centre for everyone, which would tell the full story of their company by drawing on the past, present and future. The Michelin brothers who started it were French industrialists. Edouard greatly improved on the design for the pneumatic tyre on a bicycle, but the brothers had bigger plans, and this was around the time that the motor vehicle was being introduced to the world. Michelin realized at the very beginning what a superb bench test competition was, and it's been a key pillar in everything the company does, a powerful showcase for their technical excellence.
Competition at Michelin is not just for fun, it's not just for advertising or for image, and we transfer these competition technologies on the tire of you or me.
Time to put all that historical know-how into practice and get my hands a little dirty. A tire is constructed over a drum where the different components are skillfully combined.
This stuff is stickier than it looks.
It's truly amazing how many layers make up a tire. At this stage, the tire is looking a bit flat, but the drum changes the shape of the tire. The final stage is adding the tread and then smoothing out the joint to the sidewall before it's popped off the drum to be ready for curing. Inside the mold, the tire is shaped under pressure and baked, much like a cake.
Dude, check it out, it's done. That I made from scratch.
Rob Forbes, I am impressed.
So am I.
Well done.
Thank you.
Opel kindly provided us a set of wheels, and we set off on our own adventure across the French countryside. The world-famous Le Sarthe circuit is abuzz with excitement and expectation on race day. For the teams, time for final preparations. Almost 270,000 people. There's plenty to keep everyone entertained on and off the circuit. For the 420 VIP guests hosted by Michelin, this would be the base. Not only were we wined and dined here, but more importantly, had a fantastic view of the race action. Michelin are of course the champions of fine dining as well, so for Marius and I it was a real privilege to be invited to a special tasting with a 2-star Michelin chef. In true Le Mans fashion, the heavens opened, the rain came down, and we were treated to Brad Pitt starting what was declared a full wet race. This was the first time in the race's 84-year history that it was started under safety car. 7 laps and almost an hour later, and finally the racing started in earnest, much to the delight of the crowd.
Safety cars in, green lights all around the track, no overtaking before you cross the line.
Once the race was underway, a helicopter ride around Le Mans to really put into perspective the scale of how big this place is. 13.7 kilometers is a hell of a lap. Back on the track, the racing was intense. In LMP1, it seemed a straight fight between Toyota and Porsche after Audi had some early problems. And in the GT Pro class, it was clear the old rivalry between Ford and Ferrari burned just as hot as it did in the 60s. Tyres play a critical role in any team's chances for success. We popped in at the Michelin tyre facility to go and have a look at what's going on.
All the tires here are development tires. If we want to develop the future, if you want to do analysis of the tire after running the 700 Ks on an LMP1, for example, we rent the tire. We sell the usage. In fact, that's a complete service. In the price of the usage of the tire, there's also all the service, so all what we can see here.
Sounds like a good partnership.
It is a complete partnership, of course.
6 hours into the race, and the battles in GTE Pro and LMP1 raged on. And with the sun starting to go down, the challenge of surviving at night at Le Mans becomes a real thing. Driving at night is hard enough, but racing at 350 kilometers an hour is an entirely different ballgame. And the teams kick into high alert survival mode, and fans start gearing up for their own night of endurance. The Michelin stand in the public village gave the fans a chance to show off their driving skills. Risk-free, of course, and for Porsche fans, getting an up-close look at the new Cayman GT4. For many of the teams and their drivers, the night would become their darkest hours. But surviving the night doesn't mean you've conquered Le Mans. For those race fans around the world who didn't survive the night, a quick wipe of the sleep from the eyes would have revealed that the battles continued relentlessly throughout the night. Toyota, Porsche, Toyota still on the same lap in LMP1 after 18 hours, and similarly the Ford and Ferrari were swapping lead as if it was a sprint race.
A lot of people around the world back home in South Africa are doing exactly what we're doing, sitting on the couches, watching Le Mans.
Sunday morning, enjoying the race.
Ours is a little bit different though.
Yeah, we've actually got the surround sound of the real racetrack coming past in the background. Push.
Motor racing can be a cruel sport, and on the second last lap the race gods delivered in spades. The lead Toyota rolls to a stop on the finish line with a turbo issue. The team left devastated. And that hands the lead and back-to-back wins to Porsche, their 18th overall. This is what makes Le Mans the greatest race of them all.
Speed Stars Season 2 features more of that fast-paced action that you love, and then some. After the break, we're going to tell you what is new. Welcome back to Speed Stars. Now, if you watched Season 1, I'm sure you'll remember how much fun we had with Boity Thulo. One of the highlights for me personally on the show. Pocket rocket, amazing energy. I'm talking like you've seen it. Maybe you haven't. Let's refresh your memory.
Accelerator, brake, clutch.
Good luck with that.
Where is it?
Got you. Yeah, that's the brakes. Yeah. Left foot on
Sorry, left foot on the... Oh my God.
Okay, back to third.
I wasn't confident. I was really scared because I was like, the guy who was next to me was reminding me, and sometimes he would change the gear for me. So I was like, I have to do everything myself now. So, yeah.
Give it a little bit of gas before I pull away.
No, there's Now put your clutch in, okay?
Yeah.
Then put your foot on the throttle. You watch the robots. When they go off, then you pull off.
Okay.
That's it, pull off. That's it.
It's the best pull-off you've ever done.
Really?
Yes. Jeez. Yeah, now you slow it down.
Yeah.
That look works for you.
Eh?
That look works for you.
No. Should I stop? Is that it?
Oops.
Is that it? Are we done?
It is impossible not to love Boity. She's amazing. Now, she asked us, can she please come back and have another chance at setting a hot lap? We have got her back on the show, but we thought it would be safer for everybody if we got her out from behind the wheel and rather put her in front of the camera. It is so awesome to have you part of Speed Stars again. Boity Thulo, I'm stoked. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm not bad. How's your driving doing? That's probably more important.
It's gotten better, thanks to you guys.
Okay, good.
I mean, I'm still driving an automatic, but if I were to be forced to drive a manual, it would be much better.
Look, I want to just say, I mean, I said it in season 1 show, that for
Yeah.
me was what made you so incredibly special. You'd never driven a manual before, but you were happy to come out there and have fun and be a part of the show.
Absolutely.
This time it's better. You are the show, so it's going to be so cool to have you introducing everybody and being a part of it. Are you texting and driving? Of course you're not. But Boity is great. You're one of the main changes on the show, but there have been a couple of other cool things as well. Like we're getting public involved now, which is great.
That is fantastic, yes. Absolutely. So, we've given everyone at home a chance to enter and be a part of Speed Stars and, you know, flaunt your driving skills and rub shoulders with some celebs. So, yeah, this is how we did it.
Speed Stars partnered with 4 indoor karting venues around the country to give you, our viewers, the opportunity to show off your driving skills on TV, and with it the chance to win our incredible prizes and of course the title of SA Speediest Star. The call to entry was super simple. Held over one day, Saturday the 3rd of September, public could enter as many times as they like in a bid to post their fastest lap time. To keep things as fair as possible, times were adjusted according to a specific weight calculation, and the 4 fastest drivers from each venue were then selected for the next round. To be held at Swartkop's kart circuit, these 12 drivers will then battle it out in a series of elimination races to determine who will make it all the way through to the show. With just 4 slots available, the racing is going to be fierce. We'll bring you the selection process, elimination round, and reveal the winners in an upcoming episode of Speed Stars. So we thought we'd also make it a little bit more challenging for our celebrities. Not only do they get to set a hot lap, but they also go head-to-head in a winner-takes-all race format. Let's take a look. Opel has given us their super exclusive Adam S to use as our hero track car for Season 2. The Adam S adds some firepower to the massively popular Adam range, with its 1.4-litre turbo Ecotec engine producing 110 kilowatts and 220 Newton-meters of torque. Weighing just under 1.2 tons, the Adam S is the ultimate pocket rocket. The challenge: 2 stars, 2 cars, 1 track in a head-to-head race around Swartkops. Each with their own start and finish line. Whoever completes the 2 laps fastest wins.
As you know, Speed Stars is not only about fast cars and racing, but it's also about helping to make all of us better drivers. And believe me, I learned a lot from my experience.
With its striking looks, upmarket interior and turbocharged engines across the range, it's not hard to see why the all-new Astra was voted European Car of the Year for 2016. With extensive safety equipment across the range, the Astra was the obvious choice for our safety lessons.
As in Season 1, Michelin will be donating 30,000 Rand to a worthy cause. But there's one big difference. This time, celebrities will be battling it out in various challenges in order to raise money for one of our 2 charities.
Michelin are donating 30,000 Rand to charity. Ark Animal Centre has a no-suffer policy, specialising in the rescue, rehabilitation and rehoming of puppies, pregnant moms and small breeds. The Sunflower Fund aims to educate and recruit a viable, ethnically diverse database of bone marrow stem cell donors in an effort to save the lives of those suffering from life-threatening blood disorders. With our stars teamed up in each episode, they face challenges together in a bid to win 2,500 Rand per episode for our 2 charities. Your team wins, your team chooses. And the challenges? Changing tyres, competing in a gymkhana, racing karts, and yes, parking. chaos. One thing that hasn't changed though, the biggest names in the world of entertainment, media and sport will be getting behind the wheel to show you what they can do.
Coffee for the personality. Yes.
He's going for it.
Those
He
cones
is.
are just going to roll over. The thing is, Jason Goliath loves a cone. I was selling fruit on the side of the highway, now my whole fruit stand's gone. Ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, no pressure, but if we lose this one, we're done. Broken. This is pure relief. That's pure relief that you didn't lose the one. Now we hug.
Now we hug.
Stop. There we go. That's it. We got that one. We've definitely got that one. Choose it. Come on, buddy. Choose it. Oh yeah, the animals got some. We got the animals.
You're so good at this, Christopher. You're a natural. I believe in you. This is the only time the word gym and Jason Goliath are in the same sentence.
Oh. Where?
In driving in speed, you have to be 100% focused in the zone, like surfing in big waves, and you've got to think about planning for worst case scenario.
I watch what everybody else does, and I'm like, okay, so this is how it's supposed to be done.
So where do you guys want to fit in here? Obviously at the top.
No, I want to be number one. I'm not going to lie.
When I stayed up.
So, what's up for grabs this season and what can you win at home?
Winning with Speed Stars is easy. Predict which of our stars will win in our weekly matchups, and you could win an advanced driving course with Opel. You can enter via our website, on social media, and in the motoring supplements of the Star, Pretoria News, Daily News, the Mercury, or the Cape Times. Our grand prize in our Predict the Winner competition is just incredible. You could be joining the winner of Speed Stars as they race off overseas with Michelin for a taste of what it's like to be a racing driver. The Michelin Pilot Sport experience will put our winners on an iconic F1 circuit and behind the wheel of some incredible race cars. Fortis will also be giving our fastest star a timepiece valued at 30,000 Rand.
Next week presents your first chance to enter our competition, Predict the Winner. So be sure to go to the Speed Stars website or our social media pages to enter.
Yeah, that's very cool. There's some really amazing prizes up for grabs. Of course, as Boity told you, we've got those new charity challenges. And the most exciting part, I think, is the fact that we now have public that are going to be taking part in it. So it is going to be a red hot second season. And talking about red hot, our new presenter. Super stoked to have you part of it. It's going to be cool.
I'm very, very excited.
Don't ask me to dance.
Well,
No,
I can't
that's what
dance either.
That's what you're here for.
No.
You can't drive, but you can dance.
I can't dance either, so don't put me on the spot.
Luckily, it's not a
I'm here
dancing
doing
show.
my job. Anyway, next week, our two contestants will be having you literally rolling on the floor, so it should be exciting.
It's going to be great.
Yay!
I am the father, Jason.
Yo!
Oh,
How you feeling about that? The closest we've ever been.
Is that motor racing? Is that like a thing? His lips are so soft.
Blah, 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 six pack. That's all I heard. Sit up, push up, crunch. Because you get sucked in, you just want to go so fast and then you stop listening to your lessons.